Time na money, yeah. Time na money. Do better thing. Money no dey come from heaven. Do better thing, money go come. Na true word I dey tell you so. Oh yeah, oh. This market where you dey see so, na New Benin market for Oredo local government area, Edo South, Edo State, Nigeria. This market don't dey here for more than 50 years. Just like as Oba market and Ekiosa market. This now the popular New Benin market. Now, citizens of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, where they watch us online for ITV, for Facebook, for YouTube, you go see I say from time to time, fire they enter different markets. Like 20 years ago, fire don't enter this market. 15 years, 10 years ago, fire enter this market. Now so the same fire enter Oba market. Now so still enter Ekiosa market. But you go see I'm say government don't they change Oba market to modern market. Government don't see they change Ekiosa market to modern market. That's why say the contractor not there on site for Ekiosa market. Now government don't talk say this New Benin market time don't reach where they go turn out to modern market. What we say go be austere, police station, road go dey inside, car park go dey inside, everything go dey inside. But the traders they talk now say if government can't talk say they want to destroy this New Benin market, where they will go. However, if you look around the environment of this market, you go see I'm saying now stores, now they left, right, up and down. The surrounding, so the market women they talk now say if they can't come up for this market, where they want to go because space not there outside. After God, now government. Money no dey come from heaven. Where they so? Now where they call Kemi. Whether you be Christian or you be Muslim, anything where you do, tradition is tradition. Against our countries where they work where you not believe, but they work. But the information where I bring come be say government say. Listen, yes, wait.
No problem at all, sir. Waiting we want that say, if before they say they won't break our market, make they go finish all those markets and they go find where they won't place us put.
We want to turn this New Benin market to a modern market. You know, see a market. You know, see a market. You know, see a market.
Now we take the eat. Now we take the try our children.
Now old school be this. I give you the Becky. I give you the
caravan. Why we not there? We go manage the caravan. We not done. You go there. Where we tara? Why go sima? Why we ma akpọ got? Why we ma we here?
The market in old school. The market in old school. The government can't fear we here. Market what charge? I want to go find the Iyaki. Sorting the apple. Government said this was store not too old. There won't be new one.
Why did they happen? Now they don't just do the market. Look at that. Now this market. No. Tomorrow they build one. They build another one for us. Now we build that by ourselves.
Market government say this market is not too old. They want to change that to modern market so that hospital go day, hospital go day, police station go day.
No. We not agree.
Okay, mommy, what will be the problem? Now where you go stay? Now where you go pack your things go?
I know they go anywhere. Yes, I know they go anywhere. Now New Benin market. You don't tell when I get this New Benin market. You don't tell. During the time of Lucky, now this market is gone.
Where your shit? This shit now old school that they call her. Where work your mind there? Aluminium. I dey for New Benin market. As government done, they renovate so many markets. They renovate Oba market, Ekiosa market, New Benin market. Now they turn now. Government will build this new Benin market to modern market. Yes.
They say they want build that.
Yes.
You know the man not build that. I case I want to scatter. Man go build that. Man go about market. This place we like as it be. We got repair about ourselves if you not CB. No, we like as it be. We don't want to repair about us. We are CB. We like that. We like that. We like that.
Market where police station go there.
No.
Market go there. Market where get go there. This guy what they do? Aluminium, aluminium.
We don't want that. We don't want to. We don't want to. We don't want that. One they come, we not one waka.
Eh?
Now to done the cabinet. We not one our load go.
You know, say they do Obama market and a Kiosa market now.
They do Obama market and a Kiosa market. We did the one come, we part the low come out. Our law men move go fair we want put down.
Who said they will work together?
I know I swear.
Yeah, I swear.
Thank you, sir.
But government say they want to build so that this your
No,
place will be a
government come. We did that they come. Everyone know. Me we want put our load. Like not say I'm no, we want go pack and put.
You're going to do business for outside the market now.
Do business for other markets, huh? Huh? That will not be issue. No way they store like where we want pack and go. We don't have they come. No one want to pack and come out.
Whether na my house or government house you want pack and go. Abi.
Stand your house.
Time na money, yeah. Time na money. Do better thing. Money no dey come from heaven. Do better thing, money go come. Now true word that they tell you so. Oh yeah. Oh. I don't know what come for New Benin market since. I don't see say the traders that don't they talk. They say government, if you destroy this place, where we want go? But they for foul line now. Make I go ask them. However, they say make we let the local government chairman know and the state governor know say. However, I say that they need well for this market. Say dirty, not be their portion. But this place now foul line are there so. Different kind of chicken. Agree to now. Money no they come from heaven. Do better thing, money go come. Now true word that they tell you so. Oh yeah. Oh. Benin market women how na dey? Wetin dey pain una for una mind? Wetin una want make government know?
Wetin want make government know say they want to destroy foul line. We no want because we never hear am. We never hear now before say that they start to destroy falling one line for market. 2 lines that will leave the front. We don't want that one. We don't tell them say this market no born as market born is for Edo State. This market no born. Wait till we don't want make they leave us. If they say they want help us, nobody they forbid help. We ready make they help us. We go tell them what we want. Make they tell help us. But they don't say me they drive us. But we go walk away. But we don't want. We don't want to come on, we want to stay here.
A big government don't investigate so kind yama things so they affect all this chicken the day, eh?
Right from beginning. This foul line. This line there for more than 50 years. Not happen.
This foul line?
Yes.
For more than 50 years?
Yes, sir. See, they make their hands. Make they look all shade. Shade no dirty. We know say, true say, foul the shit. He test that day. Motor they come, they carry am. Motor they come, they carry the dirty, they go. Other people they come, they carry our dirty. We they pay. So we don't need all those ones. They want stress us. Now we they beg them. We they beg them, make they leave us alone. But we suffer there.
But government, I make government come check them.
They don't come now. They come.
Okay, mommy.
They come.
What thing concern you for this matter?
Now my source of living. No. Now I do market where I take train my children. Where I dey now here I do the market. I don't know oppression where they want to oppress us so. Beg them, make them leave us here. They say they want just carry us go another direction. Why if it's only 3 line and they want to destroy inside the whole market?
If I come out here now, I'll go meet Honorable Gabriel Seduseri, the Oredo local government chairman. Say una don't talk, una don't allege the local government. Say they want to destroy foul line out of all the line where they inside this market.
Ibi ba wala bibi koko oluga gbagbu ami ke ba bi awo o to se le la gbogbo bi asuyan eri owo na
no wiakia. Oh, God, I have the other when I don't go. Come here, back way.
Mommy, what take concern you for this matter?
This matter concern me well. Now, they when I born my children, I trade them. So they all come and they say they want to destroy the market. Where we can't go, we not get anywhere. Many of us they here, many of them day where they not get husband. Now this market they live. And about 2, they want start to the break market, not be from center. They'll go start from first line. Now me say they want break market. Not me say they all come say they want start for 2 line.
Concern you for this matter?
What it concern me, my brother? I be widow. My pikin dey 2 years and 6 years when my husband die. Now that fowl market, now I take train there. Now we still there now. The one when me say I want just beg the governor for. What it concern me? Chairman, me with her long again. It's now governor. Now governor, me with her they talk now. Say I beg.
Look camera, they watch.
I be widow. I know they see. Now person they carry me come market here. I no get where I'll go. If I dey go now, I may not see you now. You just there with me. Before God, I not see you. I don't even see anything. Me, I don't feel they use God. They lie.
So make come and leave foul line alone.
Hey, I just dey peel. I just dey peel. I beg. With my knee, if I kneel down for her, I don't know whether I senior her, whether I senior me.
Don't hear.
Yeah, I beg.
Don't destroy our source of income.
Fowl business, I don't do more than 35 years. I never see something like this before. So when the already come, you know, even let us talk. You say me 2 people call, you carry police, carry soldier, follow body. That's all of us they fear that day. So we say we not want make them demolish this fowl line, the 2 line. We never see, and if they demolish it go affect other shade. Like this one now. See cloth, our fowl line now. They attach and join the fowl people they sell cloth. Once that they demolish her, I been a hand. If na caterpillar they want use, the thing go affect those ones, and it go affect so many shades apart from a fowl line. And number 2, you go see our cage now. See this cage, that one way they inside. If you want do one now, it's over 300,000 to do one. Where we go see that money? Where we go? Where you go take do one? Because this one now we fit carry on, but that one you not fit carry on because we build and join the wall. If you want to, and it's 300,000, more than 300,000. So we not get that kind of money where we come the one they don't destroy, we can't find money again. Where we can't do.
However, this chicken, now there they stay.
Now here that they stay.
And now they feed them.
Yes.
And now they pack their.
With the pack their, even the intestine.
Come on for road.
Even the intestine.
Come on for road. No worry.
See, we go leave her here. Then the ones where they inside, those ones where they inside, those ones now. Now that one we just they talk. If you want to do that case now, if they go 500,000, this one now 300,000. If they destroy, we many widows they inside, single mothers they inside. Those where just see the growth they come they inside. So we never see. We don't want to make the demolition.
So now what make them leave us? Local government. Because the local government they charge of markets.
We know.
Make them leave foul like people.
Yes. So the money where you say what bank want use, make them use and make them give us borehole. If not drill, make them do one. We don't want to make the demolition. Make them help us. We they maintain our. You will see most of the shade now. Ties there. So we don't want make the demolition because the demolition we go suffer.
May I go check other place? Money no they come from heaven. Do better thing, money go come. Now true word that they tell you so. Oh yeah. Where my eye?
They kill sir, they never build up. Oba market, they never finish. So they say they won't break New Benin. May they fair finish those 2 markets. If they finish we go green. Like somebody like me, an officer, my husband don't die. I get husband. People think when we say we today. And many of us dey, like somebody like me, I mean they carry us, I mean they carry my children. As I just be so. Now me they carry my children, I mean they carry my home. So no government, no, they not they feed me, government not they feed me. At least as it be like this, they go fair reason woman. Woman be like us. As a mother, you get my, maybe you go get my man. Your mama go the market now. One good day they come break the market. Maybe it gets what they support you. All those children don't feel. You understand?
I tell you now, Government don't look this market now. They say God forbid, but to say market fire enter this market. Say this market go burn to ashes.
No.
That's why government want build that catty where they about market and the kind where they build for.
Our market will fit for the game. God, our ancestors don't cover that one. Our market not go burn in Jesus' name. That one not go happen again. Maybe waiting if they plan, God not go green. And our ancestors when he did this market as Ijeneki, you know go let and get heads. So now waiting me get to talk.
I bet for people when they watch us, what it be Kevin.
This one now, petty things and spiritual things. All these days, now this one is they protect. More than the thing they protest. So maybe the pikin they when they say they do now conversion, they go buy something here. We know they say what they do bad to you. Now what they the peer pikin.
What the person if they make money?
Yeah, no, we know they do all those ones. Maybe the king go abroad now, my pikin go better for that side. You still do all those things now we they do now we they say.
Be all this kemi,
yes.
all this
you go chalk or women you blow out to ancestors.
What you talk us now?
What do you do? This chalk. You go grana, you go put salt. Yes, once you grana, you put salt. You give our ancestors say, God, see, I don't get money to do any sacrifice now. See, I go do this thing for me. You go do it for you.
What you go concern this one concern you?
This one now Odegbe. If maybe you see say the seat not too hard, maybe the person in the hospital don't say I don't want Degbe. You are our son. That's why you give nice people because people don't put hand for the thing.
Okay. But what of all this call now? See all this one.
All these ones now waiting until they do so kind things.
So kind things.
Yes.
You say if I miss Uruwe and salt.
Yes.
I do like this.
Yes.
All my enemies.
All of them don't fall.
Enemies want try to bring us down. They cannot bring us down. Down. And then they go. However, as an area journalist, one of the things where I don't investigate for this new Benin market, they say the people where they sell fowl, this line 1, line 2, they surprise out of all the line with inside this market. Now they are line, they can't talk, say they want first start the demolition. Now it shock them. That's why they tell government now say if they want start maybe all over. Not be saying you can't start from this line, but however, they say they not get choice and they not go get where they go now. That's why they beg the government, local government and the state government, make them check them well and make them balance and well. However, say where they do this, their fowl business on a daily basis. Say most of them don't do this business for more than 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. That now they know how they take they pack their fowl shit, and now they still know where they throw away the fowl shit.
Now beg with the happy. May our governor may come to our aid. May he talk to Oredo chairman. Now beg now with it because Oredo chairman tell us say now the May ending. This month ending where we dey so we not get where we dey go. Now beg now we dey beg. May them leave us for our shade. If they get anything as I first token, may they come put borehole. If not drillage, what it go make them better, but not to destroy our shade.
I'll go meet her come up for you. All of this gutter. We are the sweep up. We are the push up. We are the clean up. We are the wash up. We are the put the toy. But gutter you there so. So you know the smell. You know the smell. You know the smell. We don't dey go la baba. Honorable Chairman,
thank you.
This market women from New Benin, first of all, there be the fear, but they can't come here now. Now, two things. So, the first one, they say you want to change that New Benin market to modern market, just the way urban market and the close and all they go on. But these people where they this foul line, they fear. But really address us. What do you want to happen to these people where they sell foul for New Benin market? What will be the upgrade?
Yes, what they heard from us was
going down to PG so that.
Okay. What thing they happen? Be say. World Bank get one program where then they do. We make them send their certain agencies to come here. They can't choose New Benin market. Say they want to come build for us. What is it they call poultry market? They call it El Press, poultry market. This market, now just 2 lines only for the whole market they want to use. They are building it to a modern standard. One, to avoid diseases based on the way they are slaughtering their chicken inside the market. They want to give them the modern way and all the requirements they need to put these things in order. So what they are doing there is not to take their shop, is to rebuild it. And we have promised the market people that we will take their number and their name. So when they finish, we will return the shop back to the original trustee.
Okay, but they fear say if they start the project, maybe it's gonna go take another 10 years or 5 years
No.
to finish the project.
What they promise is 90 days. And if they don't finish it in less than 90 days, we will take them back to the same place to do their business. The local government is here to protect them. It's not like other projects. It's not even a big project. It's a small project, just 2 lines. It's something that even we as local government can do in less than 2 months. So for the benefit of doubt, it's just 3 months that we want to do this project. It's not a local government project. It's not even state. It is World Bank. And they have given it to other local governments. For us, we are only beneficiaries. And I'm appealing to all of them to be patient. That when they are ready by the ending of this month, we will not take more than 2 or 3 months. That project will be completed. And it's going to be for their benefit. For that we get more customers. People like us who used to buy chicken from places like supermarket and the rest. I would now like to go there to buy because the environment is clean. They are using the modern materials, the environment, everything. And at the same time, it will be void of diseases. Yes, to be void of diseases.
Okay, before I let you go, any plan to modernize that market? That food market, because that market don't old.
Yes, that is one of the oldest markets in Benin.
New Benin market?
It's one of the oldest markets. And I think it's high time we start thinking of renovating and rebuilding. But we are going to do that if they agree that we do it. If they don't agree, we leave it as it is. For me, I think the governor has the final say. If the governor decide and give approval for the rebuilding, they will have no choice but to cooperate with the state government. I cannot do that on my own without permission from the state government.
My Honorable Chairman, I thank you for the time you to address us. I agree to my God. With the plan, the truth, and nothing but the truth.
Thank you. Thank you. What will be the plan? We say the World Bank and federal government now they collaborate for this program. For the states, apart from Edo State and some few states where they did this program, so now only few of us throughout South. Now only Edo State did this program. So what did they do? Be say now on livestock, that the better farmers where they into livestock. Livestock not be only poultry, fishery day, cow day, goat day, other things day. Where they work on now. So the program name now Air Press now from federal government. So this local government wetin they bring come here be say they look through that market, they find out say the market don old, their drainage system e no dey fit carry their influence, the shit and the fowl feather wey dey come from the market. So people no even dey gree go there well again. So when they don carefully look the place, now they say they need to rebuild this place for them. So they now come local government, come talk with chairman, say they need to rebuild that place for them, make them modernize, put equipment where go make the work even easier for them, like the factory machine, deep freezers, then borehole. They want put solar. Then they go put vet doctor's office for there in case their fowl even get program. Yes, all of this ones go there inside the market. Vet doctor go there, vet doctor's office. So all these things that they don't package. So last week now they come the engineer where they don't already build this the payment for this program. So chairman come ask them, say when una take start, then they say they go there, the women pursue them, say they no need change. They want to remain the way they are. And the government is saying, Tinubu is saying, I don't want the country, the state, the local government to remain the way they are. I want changes. We are working. Let the work show. People, they say they know they work. Work don't come now. Why not go say no? The local government chairman come beg the women. All of us go to the market. We can't go beg them. Say, no, allow this change come.
From shop A to shop Z.
All of
those
them.
People will get their space there. If they don't build this modern one, they go return back to
I
that
tell
space.
you, what even make am be say they not start this program this week. They not start the building. Now when the engineer can't talk, he can't say those deep freezers, the vet office and the defensory office, say that 3 office they want take for inside. Now chairman say no. The 3 office must join the offices where they there before they must complete. So you may not displace anybody or you don't want that one. He can't tell the engineer, say bring your paper, engineer come show, and now he can't say no engineer. Urban market the issue already there. You know what issue for New Benin? The number of markets were there before now you must see there. Find another place where you carry your defensory machine go and other office. Now the man can say okay, let them go back to their plan to change it. So they will not deck the front, put the 3 offices there. That's why the job they delay now. If not, because they need to get approval from the World Bank and the federal government. Say they don't change plan. As I tell you now, other local government get this project. I come from Ovia before they transfer me here. Ovia hold on they work. So I don't own to work.
I show that.
Also, waiting they have.
ITV, certainly the best.
The threat of global warming is real. You have seen the destruction of lives and property as a result of incessant flooding. Make the environment a conducive place for all to live in. Stop polluting the environment. Protect the environment today. This message is brought to you courtesy Independent Television and Radio.
ITV, certainly the best.
Joining us on the program Environment Watch on Independent Television. On the show, we'll be bringing you some of the exciting stories in the world of environment. Remember, the objective is to help you to be environmentally conscious so you can take action in protecting, preserving, and conserving the environment. I'm Sonny Duke Okosun. Welcome on board. Let's get started. Some farmers in the country have proffered workable solutions to address Nigeria's growing post-harvest losses estimated at $10 billion annually. The farmers proffered solutions in separate interviews in Lagos. Nigeria loses an estimated 30% to 50% of its total annual agricultural output to post-harvest waste. The loss is estimated at approximately 3.5 trillion naira annually, and roughly at $3.7 billion to $10 billion, are majorly driven by poor storage, inefficient transportation, and limited processing capacity. The most affected post-harvest loss crops include and are not limited to fruits, vegetables, and tubers. An agricultural analyst and crop farmer, Mr. Omotunde Banjoko, identified bad roads, multiple taxations, and poor storage facilities as the major causes of Nigeria's post-harvest losses index. Lagos State House of Assembly has concluded its investigation into demolitions in 3 waterfront communities with affected residents presenting different demands. Chairman of the House Ad Hoc Committee, Mr. Nohim Adams, disclosed this during a stakeholders meeting with representatives of the affected communities in Lagos. The affected communities are Makoko, Shogunro, and Akwa-Agbon. Adams, who is also the majority leader, said the committee will submit its findings and the committee's positions to the Speaker and the 40-member Assembly. He expressed concerns over the shifting positions of community representatives during the discussions. Adams recalled that the communities had initially agreed to compensation but later changed their stance, describing the development as a setback in reconciliation efforts. At the committee's final meeting on Thursday, representatives of the 3 communities presented different views on compensation and relocation for displaced residents. The Alashe of Egun community in Makoko, Francis Agoyon, said affected residents should be permanently relocated rather than compensated. Similarly, the Baale of Makoko, Chief Emmanuel Shemade, said residents preferred relocation to financial compensation. However, he urged the government to clearly state where displaced residents will be relocated and define the demolition boundaries in Makoko, Shogunro, and Akwa-Agbon. In contrast, Shogunro representative Mr. Bola Ayande said the community preferred financial compensation. Ayande suggested that each affected resident should receive about 10 million naira, noting that an average bamboo house in the area costs between 4 million naira to 5 million naira. The Hadejia Jamare River Basin Development Authority has restarted construction of the Kafin Zaki Dam project in Ningi local government area of Bauchi State, abandoned for over 40 years. The authority's managing director, Rabiu Bichi, dropped the hint during an interview in Kano shortly after the inspection of the project. Bichi said that the project, initiated under Ibrahim Babangida military regime, was halted shortly after commencement. He said the authority was reviewing the project in partnership with the Bauchi State government. Bichi said that compensation was paid to affected farmers 40 years ago, but its abandonment led to resettlement issues. He explained that efforts were underway to relocate residents and provide alternative settlements. The dam's completion is expected to boost irrigation, water supply, and agriculture in Bauchi State and beyond. It is seen as a key to unlocking agricultural potential and addressing water management challenges in northeastern Nigeria. A study led by researchers at Columbia University and Woods Hole Oceanography Institution, WHOI, identifies a diverse set of molecules released by marine phytoplankton that fuel microbial life and help drive Earth's carbon cycle. While scientists know that carbon is moved through an invisible network of phytoplankton and other microbes in the surface ocean, the specific compounds have long been a mystery. These compounds are small, chemically difficult to detect in salty seawater, and are rapidly consumed by other organisms almost as soon as they are produced. Phytoplankton, a type of microscopic organism, take in carbon dioxide CO2 and convert it into organic carbon through photosynthesis like plants. Each year, this process moves many tens of billions of tons of carbon through the sunlight surface ocean and contributes to the oxygen in the air we breathe. These massive neutral carbon flows highlight the central role the surface ocean plays in regulating Earth's carbon cycle. Data centers consume millions of homes worth of electricity each year, with much of that electricity simply powering the cooling systems that keep the facilities operational. Researchers at Penn State are addressing this inefficiency by using artificial intelligence AI to dynamically adjust data centers' power usage to peak when the weather is favorable and electricity is affordable. The term developed software powered by a new physics-based AI learning model that analyzes real-time climate and economic data to optimize data center cooling. The software works by simulating a virtual data center that serves as a training space for an AI agent. The trained agent can provide cooling recommendations personalized for the climate and economic market of a data center, specifically optimized for a facility's location. The new approach is detailed in a paper accepted and set to be presented by the researchers at the IEEEI ITHM conference in May later this year. Join us, you're on to Environment Watch on Independent Television, where we'll bring you some of the exciting stories in the world of environment. We'll take a short break, more stories when we return. Please stay. Once again, thanks for rejoining us on the program Environment Watch on Independent Television. Let's move on. For the first time, scientists have used ultraviolet UV light, a low-cost and readily available energy source, to successfully synthesize more sustainable and recyclable polymer materials. Led by green chemistry experts at Flinders University and just published in the High Impact Journal of the American Chemical Society, the development is a major step in making polymers high in sulfur content for more sustainable plastic alternatives using waste materials. Over the past decade, the Flinders University team has shown these highly flexible sulfur-rich polymers can be used in a wide range of high-value applications, from heavy metal land and water remediation, as well as optics for infrared imaging and even novel antimicrobial agents. The latest research promises to make them even more adaptable and affordable. Researchers uncovered the roles of bacterial species from the environment as they consume biodegradable plastic. Biodegradable plastic could help alleviate the plastic waste crisis that is polluting the environment and harming our health. But how plastics take to degrade and how environmental bacteria work together to break them down is still largely unknown. Understanding how plastics are broken down by microbes could help scientists create more sustainable materials and even new microbial recycling systems that convert plastic waste into useful materials. Now, MIT researchers have taken an important first step towards understanding how bacteria work together to break down plastics. In a new paper, the researchers uncovered the role of individual ocean bacteria in the breakdown of a widely used biodegradable plastic. They also showed the complementary processes microbes use to fully consume the plastic, with one microbe cleaving the plastic into its component chemicals and others consuming each chemical. Fires can inject millions of tons of gases and aerosol particles into the air, affecting temperatures on a global scale. But picking out the specific impact of individual events against a background of many contributing factors is like listening for one's voice from across a crowded concourse. MIT scientists now have a way to quiet the noise and identify the specific signal of wildfires and volcanic eruptions, including their effects on Earth's global atmospheric temperatures. In a study appearing this week in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences, the researchers report that detected statistically significant changes in global atmospheric temperatures in response to 3 major natural events: the eruption of Mount Pinatubo in 1991, the Australian wildfires in 2019 to 2020, and the eruption of the underwater volcano Hunga Tonga in South Pacific in 2022. New Stanford-led research traces a direct line from extreme weather to a massive dengue outbreak in Peru. The findings serve as a warning and the seed of a possible solution. Diseases historically absent from the United States have been showing up in Florida, Texas, California, and other U.S. states in recent years. To understand why, look to Peru. That's where researchers from Stanford and other institutions analyzed the connection between a cyclone and a massive outbreak of dengue fever, a mosquito-borne viral disease that can cause fever, rash, and life-threatening symptoms like hemorrhage and shock. The findings, published March 17 in One Earth, reveal that warmer, wetter weather linked to climate change is making disease epidemics more likely. That's a wrap on the program Environment Watch on ITV for this week. Be sure to join us same time, same station next week on the fresh episode of the program. And I'm Sonny Duke Okosun, thanking you for staying with us. Have a great week ahead. Bye for now.
ITV, certainly the best.
Ugieni Madonna, imagine Ogero, always near Gbe, Manazo, or Ugieni Madonna.
You will have to serve the community for 30 years before you come to this stage. They will ordain you ordain title. Then by then you are one of the elder.
This year now, we don't read the year, so that's why we can do this year.
Historically, joining the Elders Council, an individual must have reached a certain age and must have made significant contributions to the community through leadership, service, or other meaningful ways. There was jubilation in the community as sons and daughters of Okada, both at home and in the diaspora, trooped out to be part of the ceremony with various hymns of the initiates agog with festivities, friends and well-wishers after performing all traditional rites. The elders, known as Edion, in company with their loved ones, danced to their various homes where guests and family members were entertained.
ITV, certainly the best.
ọba àtọ́jú ọba àtọ́pẹ́. Ojúde aṣáájú ọba àtọ́pẹ́. Ọ̀yọ̀bá sọ́kè ọba àtọ́pẹ́. Ọ̀dọ̀yẹ̀ àtọ́jú ọba àtọ́pẹ́. Ẹgbẹ̀túwà.
Thanks for joining us on Ladies Night. My name is Daisy Leo Asikiri. Yes, welcome to Swell Time with us, having wonderful conversation on issues that you can definitely relate with. I'm never alone on the show. It's ladies' night, plural. Mabel Adege is with me in the studio today. I was just telling her behind camera that I missed her last week. It's good to see you again.
I missed you too. Yeah.
That's so sweet.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're going to be talking about love in close quarters, the pros and the cons. You know, have you ever dated someone who is a colleague or a neighbor or someone, even the ones that are in the same church, okay, people who are in the same street with you, someone very close, where you work, you see these people all the time. So it might not be as a neighbor or as a colleague, but I don't know, you just shall see these persons all the time, almost every day. Like, how well does relationships like that work? Is it really good? Is it more beneficial to date people very close, or at least miss more distance stay? So that's what we're going to be talking about, loving close quarters, the pros and the cons. We're just going to wait. So, have you ever met a friend? You don't advise. I've never started talking. You're already saying it's a no-no. Okay, but have you ever met anyone it worked for?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. How did she navigate it? Married?
My husband and wife, yes. And she's my close friend.
Wow.
Yeah.
In fact, I think we need to also talk about cohabiting before marriage. How to navigate that one. That's another very dicey situationship, because you're giving the man the milk and the cow. You're giving him everything for free. Will he pay? Will he not pay? Will he see your parents? Will he not? But that's not what we're not talking that serious. Part two, right? Okay, so, but what do you think about love in close quarters?
Okay, me personally, it has not happened to me, to be honest. You know, whatever has advantage, it has disadvantage too.
True.
If it's not working for you, or rather, if it's not working for me, doesn't mean it will work for you. Yeah, because the man I might be doing it with, or the man you are doing it with, let me use that word, might be better than the man I would have loved to do it. Okay, so me personally, I don't like it. I don't like it because of say finish. I've heard a lot of things related to this topic, you know, from friends, from relatives, you know. When you are dating someone close to you, there is, okay, let's talk, should I talk about the advantage?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I think it builds strong bond between the both of them, but at the same time, it can cause a finish. That's the area I don't like, because if what we are doing or what we are entering is something that we produce tomorrow, there should be a distance now. A boundary now. Not in talking, but in saying on daily basis. Yeah, we can talk every day. Do you know, there is this, I don't know the right word to use, there is this syphilis that comes with when you are seeing people on daily basis. Have you not seen a case where you have not seen a friend for a long time? The treatment is wow. If they have not given you parfait before, they will be the one to suggest it that I'm getting you parfait right now, right away. But if you are together all the time,
yeah, you get so used to yourselves,
to
like
each other.
Nothing special.
Yeah, so it is better not to date in your street, in your office, or I've seen people who actually dated around my office and they got married. Immediately they got married, you see the management will post them away. They will separate one. Immediately, that's a week. They don't waste time. Probably they are in the same unit. So the who allowed the other. In fact, before you will resume to meet your posting letter.
I worked in an office where if you get married to your colleague, one of you would have to resign. It was part of their company policy. So when they are employing you from the get-go, they just tell you up front, if you're not married, if you're going to get married and you decide that it's someone from this environment, knowing fully well that you're always going to be here. So chances are you might pick someone from here. It's where you are, you will find the man or the woman you want. But if you pick one person here, you have to understand that both of you would decide. One of you will stay. They don't employ married people, as in they don't employ couples. It was a law. No, they will just, it was their company policy. So they tell you up front, before you sign, then you will sign if you want.
That's the money, cool.
That was their company policy. I just remembered, that was really hilarious because when I came, I was pretty young. And then they were just talking about dating a colleague or marrying a colleague, and one of you is now like, I don't understand. Look at this person, I want to marry. At what age? But it was a policy. But what about in a situation where the person involved is like a boss? So it's not just your regular colleagues, maybe a subordinate falling in love with a boss, not bosses that are married though, single people situation. Would you also object to such a relationship?
I will not. Okay. That's even, I prefer to date somebody in my street than to date my boss.
Ewo.
Yes, personally. Do you know why? I'm not going to talk about what people will say around your office. Do you know that chances will be reduced for you to learn more about your job because you're already seeing this person is already seeing you are used to this person. Familiarity, that there's also a chance for you to should I use the word disobey the rules and regulation, you know, attached to that office. Why? Because you are dating me, I'm dating you, you cannot give me a query, you cannot punish me. I can come to work anytime I like. Why? Because we are dating. And even though the boss wants to correct you, he's scared. He's careful because he don't know how you will take it or how
to affect the
relationship. And if I thought such thing want to happen, it will come from a matured mind. The lady should be matured, the man should be matured. We have seen cases where a guy and a girl, they are dating in the office. You will never see it in their face that something is happening between them. You understand? I don't know about this Gen Z generation. It will be written on their forehead that this is my man. I can come to work anytime. I can do this anytime. I can decide to leave my job even when the job is urgent. I can decide to keep it because the head of the office is my love. Is my sweetheart. Is my glucose. So you can decide to take everything for granted. So if I thought anything like this wants to happen, it should go for a matured mind. Okay. You should prepare to be matured. You know,
and be ready to chest a lot of things because I totally agree with that maturity. You know, if I find out a boss is dating a subordinate, first of all, I feel that's improper fraction. There's going to be a lot of power issue here. You're up there, she's down here. Is she really even doing this willingly? Is he doing it willingly? Oh my God, if it's even a female boss and a male subordinate, is he a gold digger? The relationship is going to go through a lot of scrutiny and questions that you won't even be able to answer. They see two of you in close proximity together, just having a conversation, innocent conversation, then you just shut the door. Hey, office environment has been turned to a brothel. You know, there's just going to be too many talks. And even when cases like there's a promotion, even if you qualify, you got this thing 100% based on merit, it will be questioned.
Yes.
Now bottom power. You better for, you know, it's a whole lot of complication. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I'm not saying it's a recipe for disaster if you actually date two single persons because one is a boss. It can work. It works for some people, but we are here to analyze if the benefits is worth it, actually. If the cons or the pros, which is better. Let's see. All right, so what are some of the other advantages or disadvantages, rather? What are some of the other disadvantages that could come from dating a neighbor, specifically? Your street guy.
Let me talk on this based on what I heard. There was a guy that told me that he was dating a girl in the same street. He said anytime he has a visitor, a female visitor, maybe he's trying to walk the girl out, anybody close to the girl, relatives, siblings, can just come out from the street, from the gate rather, will say, ha. He will just look at you, will not say anything, will go back. The next thing is
the girlfriend is coming.
She will call you to ask you, who is that girl putting on red coming out from your gate? The monitoring, I can tell you, is too much.
Another level.
If you want to date around your neighborhood, get ready to explain on daily basis. You will explain tire. You go explain tire. I'm serious. Get ready to explain on daily basis. If you are not around, if you come back late, if you are just cooking now, if you are putting on a bun short, if somebody is walking you up, they will ask you a lot of questions. Who is this person? Where are you coming from? And what have you been doing inside? Who is with you inside? Me personally, such relationship, they are not healthy for our mental health. You know, people date for different reasons. Me personally, I don't date for nothing. Yeah. Any dating that will not bring me a profit or head to a particular destination, I don't involve myself because of my peace of mind. So a lot of people dating around their vicinity, I can tell you such relationship or such dating might end up unproductive. Yeah, it's just to satisfy each other. I'm sorry I'm using that word, satisfy you, satisfy me. We have seen a lot of them. We have friends. We sometimes we listen to them when they talk. So a lot of them have actually regretted doing it. Like, I for not date this person for here. And you know, I made mention of monitoring. The father will be on your neck. The mother will be on your neck. The siblings will be on your neck. If you are a guy, you will never have free movement in that environment. They are watching you like there is a camera everywhere watching you, watching your step, watching who you are standing with in your street, watching who you are discussing with. If you make up for too long, peradventure, they will call their sister, their daughter, or whoever. It be like say one girl, they call and sing, so call them. If you not even pick your call, but anywhere where you they run, they come. Those are not good for our mental health, actually.
Okay. I want you to advise someone. So she actually sent a message earlier to me, and I told her you're going to have to listen this Wednesday at 9 for our program. There's also a repeat broadcast. We're on air on Saturdays as well. So just always tune in and listen to Ladies Night week in, week out, because you never can tell the day will address your issue. Okay. So the time she sent me the message was the guy she was dating, the relationship was widely publicized. It was a church person. They were church members. And, you know, these church leaders, church workers that have their policies of when you're dating, the pastor must be aware. And they wanted it to be that kind, or I don't know which of them wanted it, but the pastor was aware. And some other youths were involved, like, okay, they are dating, maybe they will get married. So like you said, there were lots of monitoring. There's a sister talking to the brother like, Sister Anna, don't be too close to Brother John, before Auntie Jeremiah will come and catch you. Brother Zerubbabel, don't be talking to her because this one is taking, you know. It was stories, jokes. Before we knew it, the relationship did break. They did not get married. I don't know what went wrong in their relationship, but they didn't get married. And now she says she feels awkward going to church. The relationship didn't just break. The guy has moved on and is planning to get married. Marriage has been announced in church, same church, with another sister from a different church altogether. So she feels a certain way. The church did not offend her. She likes her church, but how she feels everybody's just looking at her with pity, especially because the man is getting married. Maybe if they just broke up, this one broke up, then everybody will be thinking everybody's nursing their this one is nursing heartbreak, this one is nursing pain. But he's moved on, and he moved on so fast, and she doesn't know what to do and how to handle it. So do you have any advice for her?
I have something to say. Well, the guy is not your God. Yeah, the guy is not your God. I witnessed something similar. That assistant pastor, you know, was dating somebody from the same church but another unit. You know, workers now. I think it was ushering department.
Ushers and choir members.
You get so all of a sudden. I can't really tell what happened, but they got separated. Then, you know, church matter now. When you are coming next Sunday, bring another person, don't come alone, that kind of scenario. So a lady visited that church during that period, and she stayed and joined another department, the choir department. And that was the girl, to cut the whole story short, that was the girl the assistant pastor got married to today.
Hey!
They are married, they have given birth, and the other one left. And after some time, she also got married. It is better to have a broken relationship than to have a broken marriage. If a lot of married women today listen to some red flags they saw during their dating period, I don't think they would have ended up with what they are going through now. You know, we have this fear of, if this man go now, who will marry me? Or if this woman go now, who will marry me? You shall say, I don't want to use my hands, scatter wetin God prepare for me. God is not a wicked God. I keep on telling this to people on a daily basis. We don't have a wicked God. So when some things happened in our place of work, in our place of worship, don't take it too far. You know, we have some men that they don't want you to be offended in their stupidity.
Yeah.
But they want to be offended when you try to be stupid. We have some selfish guys out there. It's not all the men, no. Some. You get. Now, back to the question. If I were to be in your shoe, girl, I will look for money and support the guy and say, oh, take this 50,000 or 20,000, I'm supporting you. He can buy you something during the wedding preparation. It shows that you are matured. He is not the one. If he is the one, he will not go. Yeah, if he is the one, he is not go. I am sorry to tell you this, I am not a prophetess. Even your pastor, your head of pastor, your general overseer or whoever in that church knows that he is not the one that God has destined for you. So ladies should stop like pushing their age forward. I'm already 35. I'm already 40. I'm already 32. Let me just you can manage relationship, but you cannot manage marriage. You cannot do it, because even when you try to separate from that man, now you when you wear shoe actually, now you know where they pay you. I can only come and tell you, say, see this place they pay me, but you see the pain, you are not feeling it with me, like you know they follow me feel the pain.
Word.
You understand? So now you the inside. Even you now, girl, you know, say this guy, if you go this journey with him, it will not end well. Let it go. Let it go. Your all will come, and when your all comes, it will be the latest in that church. That even the guy will join you to celebrate. We should stop pushing year in our front, like I'm already 32, I'm already 40. If I don't marry now, like a girl of 36 was telling one of my friends day before yesterday that I don't think marriage can work for me. The first question I asked immediately, how old is she? And she told me she just finished her youth service. She's whether 24. I said she don't know what she did. If one relationship fail you, out of desperation doesn't mean that the good one is waiting. So don't feel offended and don't feel hurt. Remain in that church.
So would you advise, because you never can tell where love will catch you, if it's in your office, if it's in your neighborhood, if it's in your place of worship, and whatever you, or your school, your classmates, would you advise that when you find someone with the personality you want in that small enclosed space, for you to give love a chance, but maybe move away, maybe pack to another area, or give it a chance, change your church, give it a chance, transfer to a different department? Would you advise that?
I will say no. Okay. At the same time, I will say yes.
All right.
If it's the same environment, the same street, me personally, I will advise you change environment.
Okay, so move out.
Yeah, because even when the guy is nice, when people discover that you are dating, they might look for one or two lies to make sure that
that relationship is
then if it's the same church and there is no other branch, stay now. Love, just as she said, love, you can meet your love anywhere, and I subscribe to that. You can meet your love. If you ask some of our mothers or our fathers, they will tell you, now here we for meet or the same office, you know. You can actually meet your love anywhere, anytime, any day. But based on what we have heard in time past, it is better you use your wisdom.
All right, so that's how we're going to be concluding today's show. Mabel, thank you for being with me. All right, and I'm going to bring her here again because there's something else we need. In fact, she's always going to be on Ladies' Night, but
no parfait, no call me.
No parfait, no call me. I will buy parfait.
All right, did you hear that?
So all of our viewers, you need to prepare. No parfait, no Mabel. We're going to gather money to buy our parfait. Okay, so having a relationship with so much proximity can be a plus, but it is more risky and you need a lot of maturity to navigate it so it actually becomes a plus. Being in the same neighborhood can mean having issues with boundaries, letting him understand he cannot be in your space all day. There are times where you need your space, but you know, when people come from a distance, they'll calculate the time, the money, and sometimes they just want to be up by themselves. But when it's just a stone throw, before you blink, they are there, and too much familiarity can breed contempt. But at the same time, when you get married, there's going to be so much familiarity. It might also be a learning curve for you to understand what it means to deal with people in your space when you eventually get married. So you just need a lot of maturity. Worst case scenario, the relationship doesn't work out. You need to also be mature enough to deal with the heartbreak, the fact that you've broken up, you still feel pain, and you're seeing the person in your face everywhere you turn. Imagine you broke up with your colleague. You won't lose your job because you broke up. Like, how insane is that? But at the same time, it means you come to work every day and you see this person, or you might even have to work with him or her. They give you a project to deliver together. So we know what we are saying, that it's not advisable, but it can work. But worst case scenario, it breaks. So you need to prepare for worst case scenario. You need to be mature enough to handle it. The side talks, the gossips, the constant scrutiny, the boundary issues. It takes a lot of energy to manage a relationship in a close corner, in a small space. So if you're not game, you're not ready to do the pay the price, just avoid it all at once. But if you're ready, you feel you can handle it,
You see, the capacity.
by all means, who am I to talk about your love? But if you cannot, run. We'll be back again next week at the same time. Have a great day. Enjoy your night. Bye for now.
Honey got the shit on and it's on. But on chrome, never leave that Brooklyn shit alone. So if you say it's on, then it's on.
RTV, certainly the best.
RTV, certainly the best.
RTV, certainly the best.
Welcome to Market Survey. On this edition of Market Survey, we are currently at the market to know the current price of beans here in the market. I am Stephanie Notoriua, and I'm going to be taking you through the market to get to know the current price of beans here in the market. And we are currently at Lagos Street, Benin City, to get to know the current price of beans. So come with me as we get to know it. Welcome to Market Survey, your weekly guide to the pulse of trade in Benin City. On this edition of Market Survey, we are looking at the current price of beans. But before we delve into that, let's get to understand the production process. The production of beans, particularly common variables like cowpea, which is widely consumed in Nigeria, begin with careful land preparation and selection of suitable soil. Beans grow best in well-drained, sandy loam soil, and farmers typically clear the land, remove weed, and sometimes apply organic manure to improve soil fertility before planting. Planting usually takes place at the beginning of the raining season to ensure adequate moisture for the germination. Although in some regions, irrigation may be used during dry period. Farmers select healthy seeds, often improved or hybrid variables, to ensure better yield, pest resistance, and shorter maturity period. The seeds are planted at appropriate spacing to allow proper growth, and within a few days to a week, germination occurs and the seedlings begin to emerge. As the beans grow, they require consistent care and management. Weeding is essential during these early stages to reduce competition for nutrient, sunlight, and water. Farmers also monitor for pests such as pod borers and beetles, as well as diseases like blight, which can significantly reduce yield if not controlled. To manage these threats, a combination of traditional method and modern agricultural inputs such as pesticides, and herbicides may be used. Fertilizer application, though not always necessary due to beans' ability to fix, can still enhance productivity when used approximately. The growth period typically lasts between 60 to 90 days, depending on the variety, after which the plant begins to flower and form pods. Harvesting is done when the pods turn dry and brown, indicating that the beans inside are matured. Farmers either uproot the entire plant or pluck the pod directly. After harvesting, the pods are dried further under the sun to reduce moisture content, which helps prevent spoilage during storage. Threshing follows, where the beans are separated from the pods, either manually or mechanically. The beans are then cleaned, sorted, and sometimes graded based on size and quality. Proper storage is critical at this stage. Beans are kept in dry, well-ventilated spaces or stored in bags with protective measures against pests such as weevils. In some cases, preservatives or airtight storage technologies are used to extend shelf life before the beans are transported to market for sales. The current price of beans in Nigeria reflects a combination of production challenges, supply chain dynamics, and broader economic condition. Over the past years, the price of beans has experienced a noticeable increase, making it one of the more expensive staple food in the country. Several factors contribute to this trend, starting with the cost of production. Farmers are facing higher expenses due to increased price of input such as seeds, fertilizers, and agrochemical. Additionally, insecurity in key agricultural regions, especially in northern part of Nigeria, area where beans are largely produced has reduced farming activities and limited access to farmland. This has led to lower overall production, which directly impacts supply in the market. Transportation and logistics also play a significant role in determining the final price of beans. The cost of fuel has risen substantially, and since agricultural produce must be transported from rural farming areas to urban markets, these costs are passed on to customers. Poor road infrastructure further complicates distribution, increasing the risk of delays and spoilage. Market middlemen, who act as intermediaries between farmers and consumers, also influence pricing by adding their margins. As a result, the price of beans varies across different markets, with urban centers often experiencing higher prices compared to rural areas due to increased demand and additional transportation costs. From a demand perspective, beans remain the highly essential food item because of their nutritional value, especially as a source of protein. With the rising cost of meat and other protein sources, many households rely heavily on beans, which further drives demand. This increased demand combined with limited supply creates upward pressure on price. Seasonal variation also affect pricing. During harvest period, price may drop slightly due to increased availability, but they tend to rise again during off-season months when supply dwindles.
If you are just tuning in, it is Market Survey on Independent Television. I am Stephanie Notoriua, and I'm taking you through the market to get to know the current price of beans here in the market. Stay tuned. From how you did they buy beans before and now, has the price gone up or are they still affordable?
Though it's affordable, it has gone up a little bit compared to before. Like the red one we used to buy is around 80, but now the price has gone up a bit. But right now we are buying it at the rate of 195. So the local beans same amount, but now it's around 100, 115. White some sell 110 as well. The other white one same thing. So almost little bit difference of prices, but it's a bit higher than before. So the rubber of the red one is around 2,700, while the white one is 2,600.
So how much, like, what's the lowest amount that you've bought beans, the rubber?
The lowest I bought is around 2,000. Okay. But as it is now, it's a bit high compared to then what we used to sell like 4,000. Yeah. But it now got down, but now it's up a bit, but not as much as the way it used to be. Yeah.
How big is they for market now? It don't come down.
It's come down some more. Yes. Don't would they say 100,000 now? They sell 90,000. Okay. So they say 95 for the price what we get now. See they come down some more. So
now the different type of beans, how much now they sell?
We get a local beans. That one with the seller 2 each. Yes. So the brown one, we see the seller 2.7. Okay. We get Olanyiwa with the seller 2 each. Okay. White one, now different type we get. We see get Abuja beans. Okay. We see the Seda one 2.7. Iron beans 2 each. So now that one we even get the Niger self. So the Niger would say that one 2.6, 2.5. Now different price.
So how much now they carry a bag of brown beans before and now?
Before they carry 110, but now they sell 100,000.
Okay. What about white beans?
White beans, that one would say 100. Abuja, we even the selling 95. So that kind of beans, they sell 95, but now 90.
So you get how we say beans stay they cheap.
Now to the time where the new one come out, now that time they cheapest. But now the dry season, so you see, they move again. You see, it stay one place. They go up. They come down.
So motor money see they affect the price. See they affect how they sell the beans.
Yes, as sometimes they put price for transport. Before they pay 5. but now it reach 6.5. Now that one they affect the price of transport.
So if transport cheap, now if you say beans go cheap, the price go reduce.
It was cheap. As is anything one person will tell you, he will talk about transport. So that one, even the cost all this thing, even the best for that one. More we see the big government may when they look that one for.
So now this beans, now you know say many people they buy and many people for us. How they go say preserve and may last?
That one. Sunday they use something where they keep small and where they enter. So Sunday just they keep her like that. But na different medicine they used to put. Sunday they tie up a rack. But Sunday they put her for inside the beans. Okay. But that one the one way you go tape for ground. Now that one you go they do it like that.
How much now they buy a bag of beans now for market?
You know, say this year we tell go say beans you know the day like that 2 years they only pass. Now the bag you never reach 100,000 now. Early brown beans now they reach 100,000. That Oloka they reach 115. So that white beans now is still many different one. The highest beans 95. This year we tell go say everything they cheap. Now only small bag for rice now it don't go up.
So compared to how they sell last year, now it cheap as last year.
Now this year is cheap as last year now. Last year it don't pass 100,000. This year it never reach.
So how much you can they sell the rubbers?
Rubber it never pass 2006 or 2007. The highest one now be 2007 now. You know say we tell go for this year.
So which beans be the highest beans?
Iron beans. Only the highest beans. Now honey beans. Now honey beans now be highest price now.
How much be the bag and how much the rubber?
The bag they reach 105. Some they sell 110. Rubber they sell 28.
You get this is where be say beans stay they cheap.
Yes, no, any now God will not be say they get season the one they cheap. They get season the one never cheap. And you know say this year now, no beans many, but you got then say person. You know they like this. You understand?
So transport first they affect the price.
Now be the wahala now. Before they carry you know go pass 5,000. Now they say 6,000 something now for transport. Now they chop the money now. Yes.
So you believe say if transport fare come down, the price will come down?
Maybe you know say now God, no be me no. Now God now you know tomorrow. Nobody can know tomorrow. You understand? Yes. Now that one.
So this beans, now person where they buy and many, they keep for us. How you go take preserve and make all those ants not enter?
You know say no people here they do more. Now for the Arewa now. Yeah. Now no people here. They put them for inside solopin. Okay. They put them for solopin. If you put them for solopin, you know they enter. If you leave like that, you go enter. You understand as so.
But what if you put them inside rubber?
They know they put anything now. They go put them solopin. You tie and put them. No, if you want put them, go put them for inside room. That room the only one put them. You know go open her. You know go open her. If you open her now, breach enter. And that one and you go enter. If you, that one you know go open her. Anytime you open her on that one you want sell her now.
So how much you take buy and before how much they buy and now for rubber?
But when I buy, but I did not remember the one I buy last, but December time. But this particular one now, I bought a honey bees. That is 2,750. Say the other white one, 2,400. This one, 2,500.
So now I got
3 type. But now it dey okay. It dey okay.
Overall, the beans market currently reflects a classic case of high demand meeting constrained supply, leading to elevated prices. For consumers, this means adjusting pricing habit or seeking alternatives, while for farmers and investors, it presents an opportunity to increase production and improve supply chain efficiency. Long-term solutions such as improved security, better farming techniques, government support, and enhanced storage systems could help stabilize prices and ensure consistent availability in the the market. From the findings gathered during the market survey, it is evident that while the price of beans has experienced fluctuation in recent times due to various economic and production factors, it remains relatively fair within the current market structure. Traders and retailers have adjusted their pricing in response to the cost of transportation, storage, and sourcing from farming regions. Yet, there is a noticeable effort to keep beans within reach for the average consumer. The pricing shows a level of consistency that suggests a balance between supply challenges and consumer demand rather than excessive, and exploitative pricing practice. Furthermore, when compared to other sources of protein available in the market today, beans continue to stand out as a more affordable and accessible option for many households. Despite the gradual increase in cost, it still provides significant nutritional value at a price point that many families can manage, especially in urban centers where food expenses are generally higher. Consumers interviewed during the survey expressed that, although they have noticed the price increase, they still consider beans a necessity and worthwhile purchase due to its versatility and importance in daily meals. The overall assessment of the market indicates that the current price of beans, although higher than the previous years, can still be regarded as fair and relatively affordable given the prevailing economic condition. The market reflects a system that is adjusting to challenges while still striving to meet the needs of consumers. As such, beans remains not only a staple food item but also a cost-effective choice that continues to play a vital role in household nutrition and food security.
So far, we've gotten to understand that the current price of beans is quite affordable now in the market compared to how it was sold previous years ago. So now it is affordable and people can now buy compared to how much they purchased it last year. And that's it on today's edition of Market Survey. I am Stephanie Notoriua. Thank you so much for staying tuned.
RTV, certainly the best.
Omonomba Nedo Ukwakwalopolo Ewai II, Oba of Benin, performing during the 2025 Ododua Festival. Ododua Festival is unique as it was organized in honor of Ioba Omoni Hwoyeme, Ioba Ewai II, as part of activities for her burial rites. The rich traditions and cultural heritage of the Benin Kingdom were showcased when His Royal Majesty Ewai II engaged the floor to perform during Uge Ododua in the palace ground in Benin City. In the dance performance, the Ogbelaka royal drummers supplied the needed impetus and rhythm for the dance. However, tributes are paid by the head of Benin deities to the monarch, who was the cynosure at the events. The event can best be imagined as the spiritual rejuvenation, stunned, spectaculars and guests at the colorful ceremony. 7 masquerades representing 7 spirits and deities conveyed different meaning in company with the head of the deities, of Benin, with the Oba of Benin, who exhibited a grand cultural dexterity in his dance steps.
local masquerades from Ute village, whose cult is connected with Obaeware and his mother, Elere, appear on this occasion to bless the Oba. Ekoko is a ritual masquerade that dances to please the guests and the Oba.
ITV, certainly the best.
Certainly the best.
All right, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it's another beautiful episode of your favorite Rendezvous for Guys on television, and I'm talking about the Guys Hangout Show on independent television, reaching you live from Benin City, Edo State, Southside Nigeria, West Side Africa. Now, for starters, the Guys Hangout Show is a very, very interesting show that teaches men to put themselves first in a society where nobody cares about the feelings of men. All right, so we encourage men to prioritize themselves. I believe that it's only when you invest in yourself that you can give out to those around you. After all, you can't give what you don't have. My name is Harry Aigboje, and of course, it's my pleasure to have you join me on another beautiful episode of the show. Now, tonight, I've got two gentlemen with me. Of course, they've been with me before, and we're doing this again. And let me begin with the one that sits far away from me. All right? To my far left is someone that is really passionate about everything that concerns guys. Okay, he goes by the name of Osas Zabi.
Yeah, yeah, thank you. It's great being here again today.
And it's great to have you.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, and of course, seated next to Zabayo is someone else who is also very passionate about masculinity. He goes by the name of Benedict Ochagu. It's good to have you on the show.
Were you thinking about the
No, I was actually looking for a better way to introduce you.
Oh,
yeah.
All right, thank you so much. It's always a pleasure being here, knowing that you are listening and watching us from the comfort of your home.
Absolutely.
Yeah, once again here.
Okay, so gentlemen, we have something really serious to talk about. It's one of those very controversial subjects. And of course, you know that we live in a controversial era where certain things tend to offend certain people. Okay, so as guys, we come across some terms that we use, and some persons just get offended. And one of such terms is, jealousy and insecurity. All right. Now, there seems to be a thin line between both. How would you define jealousy, and how would you define insecurity? Some persons believe that both of them are the same thing. Now, what's your take? How do you see both words? Do you think, they are the same, or do you think one is good and the other one is bad? So let me just hear your thoughts on that. Let me begin with you, Zabi.
Yeah, okay. Like you said, actually, there's really a thin line between both of them. For someone being jealous and someone being insecure.
Yeah.
But they come from two different emotional standpoints. So I believe for jealousy is actually the very evil one. Everybody talks about evil is the sin, but the Bible has never talked about insecurity. The Bible has not told us that insecurity is a sin. But for jealousy, the Bible stands against that. Even the Quran.
Is jealousy a sin?
Yeah, of course, it's a sin. It's sin. Now, how is jealousy a sin? Now, I see you progressing. I see something in you that I want. And because of that, I start hating.
Okay.
I start getting angry. I start having what ladies call mood swing.
Okay.
Because I'm seeing something in you that I need but I can't have. So that is the standpoint of jealousy.
Okay.
Now, insecurity, basically, for me, I think or I believe that insecurity comes from me not having something, but you feeling I have something to offer, and then I now have to try to prove to you that I have something to offer, knowing deep down within myself that I'm totally empty. So at that moment, I become very insecure. So, insecurity as an emotion is something that can actually be worked on, and there are no casualties in the game. But for jealousy, you might record casualties.
Oh, really?
You might record casualties. Oh. But for insecurity, you might not record casualties. It's just that maybe you can learn on yourself, maybe balance up where you're lacking and all that. But for jealousy, there most likely will be casualties. When I make casualty, someone might definitely get hurt, or you might want to go into any means to make sure that. I think we're having a discussion backstage about a particular firm where most persons are fighting themselves and all that.
Okay.
This stems from jealousy, not insecurity.
Not insecurity.
You understand?
So jealousy is the bad one, not insecurity.
Exactly.
All right,
that's how I want to put it.
Okay.
let me put that disclaimer.
That's a fair way to put it. But let me hear what Benedict has to say. He just said that insecurity is not necessarily a bad thing, but jealousy is actually the destructive one. What's your take on that?
I don't I don't agree.
Okay.
The reason is, for me, first let me say that I think you have broadened the context of this discourse.
Okay.
I thought I don't know whether I'm the one that misread it.
Okay.
It was supposed to be about in the context of love, relationship, and all that.
Yes, of course, you could also do what
you
narrow it to
which is
romance,
which is a nice thing to do. But again, like Zabi tried to talk about the fact that jealousy is the bad thing. No, for me, jealousy is not bad. What Zabi was explaining in his analysis is envy. Jealousy is not a bad thing. Even God is a jealous God.
Yeah, I was going to make reference to how the Holy Book says that God, the Creator himself is jealous.
Yes, there is jealousy is not a bad thing, but again, in context, in grammatical context, some people seem to use interwove envy and jealousy.
I think it's the same thing that people do to the word pride. When you say someone is proud, you could be proud in a good way. Like I'm proud of who I am. I'm proud of my accomplishments. But proud could also mean arrogance. Right? So I guess that's the same thing that applies to.
So in context, for me, jealousy, if it is for romance, jealousy is not totally a bad thing.
Okay.
Because when you love, there will be elements of jealousy triggered in you. No matter how much you try to say, me, I don't care. If another man wants to have her, the man should have her. There must be something triggered in you. That is an offshoot of love.
Okay, so that's healthy.
That's healthy. But when it is taken beyond the boundary of relevance into insecurity. Insecurity, like he was trying to say, tends to be something, to be a function of an inner defect, and so we cannot excuse it.
And what inner defect are we talking about? Could it be
inner defect of emptiness, like he talked about emptiness and low self-esteem. And so, and when it comes to men, when it comes to low self-esteem for men and emptiness, we must stay and address it, because we cannot allow men to be empty.
Yeah.
We cannot allow men to be bereaved of ideas. And so because of the position, the sacrosanct nature or the sacrosanct position that men occupy, because of how important the position of men in society are, I will always advocate that men deal with the problem of insecurity. Because what brings witchcraft sometimes is insecurity. It may seem to be an innocent word, but if it is unbridled, it can lead to a whole lot of other things. Like Zabi was trying to say that it can be managed, which is the correct thing. Every man has an element of insecurity in him. You can't pretend about that. But if you have also the ability to manage it and put it under control, means that you have something beyond the insecurity itself. It means there's an element in you that is more powerful than insecurity. But if you are stuck with insecurity alone, that's a big problem.
Okay.
Right? So that is what we are trying to say, that love comes with a portion of jealousy. But insecurity with men, especially when it comes to do with a general workplace, can lead to so many things. For me, I want to say that instead of being insecure, work on yourself. Grow. When you grow, you will now find out that the next person is not your problem. That your problem was actually lack of growth.
Okay.
If Zabi is trying to do certain things, the reason why I will be feeling insecure when Zabi comes around to do his thing is that there is no value currency that I can also bring that will make me relevant around Zabi.
So you feel threatened by his presence?
I feel threatened by what he's doing. But if I have value currency, and then he's shining his shine, and I'm shining my own shine, then that self-esteem narrative will be, gradually it will erode away, and will become better, will become partners and not just competitors.
Yeah. All right.
So can I quickly let me strike on a part, because I believe that's where most of us want to really miss it.
Okay.
We believe that anything that has God in it is good. when the Bible says God is a jealous God, that doesn't make jealousy good. Because what happens to the people, if you now read it completely, what happens to the people that defect? The Bible tells you what happened to them, right? So that shows you that jealousy is bad. Because God now being a jealous God means that if you now give what is due him to somebody else, there's a repercussion.
Okay.
Which something happens.
So the problem is with the repercussion.
There is always a repercussion. There is always something.
Right.
So that's what I'm talking about. There's always casualties.
Okay.
So just God being a jealous God, there's always casualties.
Okay.
Well, Christians are not casualties.
All right. I think I quite agree.
You're not getting
sometimes just in language, lexical content.
Yeah.
Sometimes the Bible was interpreted from the Hebrew and Greek.
Okay.
Sometimes the right word may not even be jealousy.
You see.
Okay, you understand? But okay, we are not here for Bible study.
All right, in case you're just joining us, it is the Guys Hangout Show on independent television, and the topic for tonight is jealousy versus insecurity. Now, you just said, Zabi, that wherever there's jealousy, there is likely going to be casualties, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now I would like to ask you this. What would you rather have? A woman who's not jealous, a woman who doesn't quite care what you do with other women, or one who raises an eyebrow the moment she suspects that you're entertaining the advances of another woman?
Okay. So, so I think we're bringing to the context of relationship right now. So, but for relationship, I would always want to look at marriage, not dating. Okay. Because dating, anything can happen, anything goes. Nothing is cast. So I can just see your hairstyle and I'm done with you. I'm done with this relationship. You understand? Okay. But in marriages, there's nothing like I'm done with it. You're there, you're stuck here forever. You understand? So when it now comes to jealousy, then and insecurity in marriages, I believe that this majorly comes with the percentages are more from the feminine side than the male side. But whenever it comes from the male side, it's always very disastrous. Okay. That's where you see issues like wife beating and all that. But I believe that it's actually unnecessary because before settling down with somebody, it depends on what you saw with the person. Now, if you saw, if for example, when you were dating, what attracted you to the person is what will attract everybody. No, so I believe that's why most of the times guys are advised to go for ladies that have inner beauty. When we say inner beauty, actually, we don't even talk about beauty inside. We're just talking about some particular traits, some particular values and traits.
Women who are less physically attractive.
No, not that actually. Not that actually.
I think I tried to play safe here.
All right. Okay, so the point I'm trying to make is. I think you go for ladies that they have the value that everybody can see. Okay. And then another person sees the value and tries to admire it, and then you become insecure or you become jealous. So I'm trying to use both of them together now. So I believe that this is, like I said, insecurity is something you can work on. But jealousy is not something, they're bound to be casualties. Now, if you are being insecure, it's normal. For example, I have a very curvy wife, and then she's working ahead of me, and I'm behind, and I'm seeing guys trying to wow. Definitely, what's going on here? You understand? But that doesn't mean I'll not start getting angry with my woman, because it's the same thing I saw that I came after. You understand? But when you become jealous, you are seeing that she's attracting favors that you cannot attract, and then that devilish spirit of jealousy starts breeding in you. And when it starts breeding in you, you start taking actions, doing things you're not supposed to do. You start venturing into areas or angles you're not even supposed to look into. But for insecurity, it's bound to be there, definitely bound to be there, because you're saying that, what's going on here, you understand that kind of thing. But jealousy, it's like I keep saying, is the actually bad one. And I believe we try as much as people to just kill it or don't even venture towards there. But for insecurity, it's normal. Everybody has one particular area that is insecure. I can go into, like I've told you, I can go to a gathering where everybody is discussing football. I become insecure there because I don't really know much about football. You understand? But I can go into a gathering where of like minds, and I will flourish. You understand? So the same thing. I'll be in a gathering flourishing, and then somebody is there, doesn't understand what's going on. I just be insecure. Like, what's going on? You understand? So it's normal.
So just to be clear, you're saying that there is nothing good about jealousy.
There is nothing.
Jealousy can't be healthy in any way.
Never. I still stand there. There's nothing. It doesn't build anything good.
Benedict, let me get your thought on this. What are the subtle ways, right? The very infinitesimal ways that people exhibit traits of jealousy, not just in relationships, but in interpersonal dealings.
Well, the thing is, I'm trying because there is a whole lot, but sometimes when I'm on air like this, I also try to keep a lot so that somebody will not go and begin to pinch on innocency of another person and say, this was what I heard on air. This was what you understand. Because somebody, what I may say here may be just an innocent expression from another person. And then because you heard it here, you just begin to say, okay, it means the way this person
begin to mirror somebody else's life against it.
That is the word. So I'm always very careful in making general examples. I just like to establish an open-ended kind of thing, and then you make out of it whatever you will. But again, I think not being excited about somebody's success to the point where you want to do something to stop the person's success. That is one of the biggest ways. For me, at that point, like I always say, Zabi chose jealousy, me I chose envy at that point.
Okay.
Yeah, I call it
envy. All right.
So at the point where you be, naturally, if we are being sincere, when people are succeeding around you, there is a trigger in you that where you're now like, why this is not happening to me? Yeah. Because every man wants good thing to happen to them. So when you are seeing it around, you tend to question yourself, why am I not getting this thing? You feel a kind of a bit discomfort at some point, not always, at some point. And then also, knowledge will not teach you that everybody has their turn. Then immediately you will come up as, oh, let me celebrate those that he has gotten to their turn, right? Then that is somebody who will really go far, the person that it will eventually get to his turn. For the one who always take it a step further, that I must stop them, that failure is sweet when everybody is involved. That's why it will never get to that person's turn. So, I would like to restrict it there. I don't want to expand the analysis so that people will not begin to mirror people, like I said earlier, people's innocent expressions as, a kind of trait of jealousy or envy, whatever language you put.
All right, thank you very much, Benedict. Now, Zabi, let's take a look at the role of social media in all of this. We are in an era of, in fact, we are in the digital era, and much of what happens in our day-to-day lives, is made manifest on social media. So what influence do you think social media has on people and the way they express themselves vis-a-vis jealousy and the insecurity?
Yeah, so I think in 2019, we had a discussion like this on radio, and I made reference to a point because I'm an added user of LinkedIn. And then you go on LinkedIn, you see somebody posting BSc at 18, MSc at 20, PhD at 25, and then you're looking at yourself like, where did I miss it? You understand? So this is for persons you don't know. But for your circle, you're seeing progress. You're seeing these guys aiming, achieving this, achieving that. It's
smashing goals.
Smashing goals. So I think I'm going to use myself as an experience and then as an example, and then I just break it down with the experience. Now, instead of going into jealousy, like, I'm supposed to be having this, I'm supposed to be getting this, I think what I personally do, I study the process of how they get there.
How they go there. Okay.
So back then, when I was working with a firm, I met top thinkers and big thinkers, and I started seeing how they're making progress. And would I say it's jealousy? No, definitely not jealousy, because I started going through the background to see how they made it and how they got it. Started doing my research, started going through their processes, the certifications they've done, the trainings they've gone through and all that. And I started taking myself through those trainings and the certifications. So I think that's what draws the thin line between jealousy and then realization, like, I want to be like this person now. Most persons will think, oh, you're jealous in the person you want to, but no, I know there's a process. Okay. And then I can go through that thing. This person can go through this process. I too can go through the same process and be like this person.
All right.
Yeah, so I think that's what draws the thin line. That's what actually casts the difference between being jealous and then being realistic.
All right, thank you very much. Now, Benedict, what he just said bothers more or paints a picture of laziness on the part of some persons. Okay, he took his time to study the people in question and figure out how they achieved their goals and all of that. Does that not give us the impression that some persons just don't have, should I say, the energy to follow through to get to the point where, you know, the people that they are envious of, so to speak, went through? Do you think laziness has a thing to do with this?
Yeah, it does. The one thing is the laziness, the mental laziness, the laziness of the mind, the function in the thought processing mindset. For example, like he was trying to say that he saw some persons doing great things and then I find out, okay, what's the process? As a guy, you might not go far if you don't deal with it. It's when you embrace people's glory without trying to find their story.
The story, okay.
Yeah, you must find out people's stories, and their story may not be basically exactly like yours, but you must also find a pathway of that story to create your own story and know that it's not going to be an easy thing in the process. So you have to find out, like he said, he need to also go and try getting certificate. It may not necessarily be that he got exact certification as some of them got.
True.
But again, when they eventually met at the table, it means that he has gone through his own process and this one, and he's now qualified to have conversation with them.
So he became relevant in the scheme of things.
In the scheme of things, not necessarily because he got exact qualification, but also because he has also learned the principle of paying price to also get some of those things. So me, I feel if you look at it and say, what makes this person outstanding? Then you also need to find out your own strength. One of the things that breeds jealousy is that people want to be envious of people who are not even going their direction. Yeah. For example, if you are saying, like my pastor would say, if you are saying I am envious of you, find out whether what interests is what interests me.
Okay.
You may buy a car.
In other words, might not even be the same.
You may buy a car and I come around, maybe you see my face, you feel I'm being jealous. Maybe car is not even my dream in the next 1 year. That's not my pursuit. So find out if a car is my pursuit, or maybe you bought a brand of car. Find out if I do fancy that brand of car before you say I'm being jealous. So sometimes what you need to do is find out where you are going to. Find out, create a roadmap, and then look forward to becoming better. If you can focus on becoming better in your own life, so all of this envy, jealousy will really die down. Because people can be doing well in their own choosing line. That may not be your life. And so one time this one succeeds here, you are envious of this one succeeds, you are envious of this one. Before you know what happened, you are in the game of trying just to pull everybody down and everything just. So it's about building yourself. So that when Zabi comes and Zabi is speaking as a mathematician, for example, I know he's very good with calculation. You understand? And then I speak as a journalist. My drive is not to be a better mathematician, for example, than Zabi. My drive is to be a better journalist than I am today.
Because that's your profession.
You understand, than I am today. Or maybe, okay, going into the business line, because Zabi is also a businessman. But we are not into the same line of business. I'm happy seeing him do what he does. And then I am also happy doing what I do.
Okay.
Right? My goal is to be better doing what I do. And then, again, I will also be happy that he gets better, so that when we meet at the echelon, the top echelon, we will be able to have conversation. And life is easier at that level.
Okay, life is easier at that level. Now, Zabi, what do you think, or how do you think communication can reduce jealousy and insecurity, you know, in relationships, not just in romantic relationships, but, you know, across board?
Education?
Communication. Yes.
Communication.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So I think I'm a very big advocate for communication. Not just communication, effective communication. You can actually be communicating and then it's not being effective. So I think when it comes to jealousy and insecurity, most of the times, majority, 100% of the time, is people don't study or understand the process that the person used in getting whatever the person got, you understand? So I think I was just thinking about this earlier, like, I think in fact, the only way that kills jealousy and insecurity is understanding the process.
Okay.
So if, I would really advise most persons that are actually making it out there, and I think LinkedIn has been a very good platform for that, where people tend to maybe explain the processes of how they got it, especially for legal means. When it comes to, for example, we grew up in Benin City, you see a lot of guys succeeding, and then you are a bit like, wow, you're supposed to be age mates, this guy is succeeding, and then you go back and look at the process, and then you now tell yourself, God forbid I do this. You understand? So there are so many successes you see, and then you just tell yourself, God forbid I do this, and then you become contented, because you're like, definitely I can't go through this process.
Okay.
Just the same way for some ladies too. They see their colleagues rising up in the office, not knowing that the colleague is sleeping with the boss. Small girl, and then you're already envious, you're already jealous, and then you now find out the process, and you're like, so you immediately become contented. Okay. So I believe when we communicate much, like for example, I'm seeing you, and I like what I see, and I'm communicating. I communicate with Benedict, like, I like what I say, and he's like, don't look at what that guy went through. You can't go through it. I don't understand the process. So I believe effective communication actually helps to reduce and kill jealousy and insecurity.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Now, as we begin to wrap up, in fact, we have less than a minute. So you're going to be saying this in less than a minute, Benedict. What's your final word, to young people out there who feel intimidated by their peers and probably don't have the energy to forge ahead? Just in less than a minute.
Be patient with yourself and take it easy on yourself. And then again, try to get better. Your speed, your pace may not be like theirs, but if you are getting better daily or weekly, before you know, you will get to a point where you just tell yourself that I have done well for myself. Okay. If you can get to that point, then you have conquered.
I like the part where you said, I have done well for myself. You're not doing well for anybody.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's yourself you're doing it for. Yeah. So that will help you to curb the spirit of jealousy and envy or insecurity, okay? No, we are all going to succeed individually. The only thing that matters is what Benedict said, that we get to that point where we are all relevant on the same table, right? Not a situation where you think that other person's success is a threat to your own success, okay? We don't all have the same calendar. That other person is running in his own lane and you're running in your own lane. The most important thing is that we all succeed at the end of the day. And not just succeed, but succeed in the right way. Well, I want to say a very big thank you to my guests, Zabi Osas and of course Benedict Ochagu, for doing me the honor of being on the show with me tonight. And I hope that the next time I call on you, you would oblige me. Sure. All right, thank you so much. My name is Harry Aigboje, and until I come your way again, same time, same station next week, ensure that you do the right thing always, okay? Do not dabble into anything that you will regret in the future. Of course, if you look around you, there are lots of young people that are doing crazy things just to succeed. You don't want to look back, in the next, say, 10 years and begin to ask yourself why you took the route that you took. Do the right thing, stay out of trouble, and bye for now. Good night.